Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders Insider Podcast. I am joined by a guy. I love this guy. He's become my buddy. He's my friend. I think the world of this guy. And then he goes to the combine and just kills it. And he is one of the top defensive tackles in the 2023 NFL draft. He comes from the Panthers with our buddy Pat Marduzzi. He is a machine now. When he gets on the football field, he plays demon possessed and then gets off of it. The guy's an angel. I just love him. Welcome, my guy, Calijah Kancey. Calijah, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. I like the intro.
It's so good talking to you. I mean, we were talking off air about, I've been friends with Pat for so many years, your coach at Pittsburgh. And he likes the guys that play for him. He cares about them. It's a great environment in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
He loves you now. I mean, it goes to another level. He's like, Hondo, listen, I love this kid. Ariana, Isabella, Christina, Patrick, those are all his kids. Donna, my wife, everybody goes, you got to look to find somebody who doesn't like Calijah other than maybe quarterbacks on the other team. Calijah, that tells me you came from a great family. Can you talk about your family?
Yes. I came from a great solid family. We all grew up together. Mom, little sister, grandma, and we all just enjoyed every holiday together. We always hung out together, talk, eat, everything. So I come from a solid household family.
That's awesome. So you go to the combine. Now, you've had labrum surgery. It's fine. You're going to be ready to play football in the fall. It's not an issue. It's literally no team I talked to, and I talked to several, were even concerned. But you go there. Nobody expected you to do the workouts. Nobody did. They thought maybe at his pro day, what? And then you just go out and you're like, nah, I'm competing. Let's go. Where does that, because Pat talked about you practice the way you played. Where does that drive come from?
Man, I started playing football at 4 years old, so football is my life. Anything with football, like I'm gonna give it my all, or anything in life. But man, it's just the competitiveness and wanting to compete. It's just instilled in me.
You went out and you got a great agent, Brad Sakala. Man, what a good guy. He knows what he's doing. That guy's been around the block a lot. And when I talk to, so you obviously you make wise decisions. You went to a place like Pittsburgh that offered you the family that you were comforted. Wise decision. And I want to dig in with this. I have heard your name. Now, obviously, you play a different position, but one of the guys who's always going to be known as a high integrity NFL player is Pierre Garçon, a guy that played the NFL game the way it should be played, who played with character, great guy. You've been equated to that type of guy. You're always going to have a high motor, which is like Max Crosby, who plays out here in the desert. You're going to be a guy that off the field is going to be high integrity, like a Max Crosby. What makes you tick as a person? I know you're all about football, but away from football, is it faith? Is it family? Because when I hear people talk about you, you're the first one to line up to sign autographs when you're tired after practice. You're out there doing the community stuff, visiting kids, caring about the community. There's clearly a lot more to you than just football. What makes you tick, Calijah?
I want to say faith and family, and then football. Just growing up in Miami, not having like older guys do that for me. So that's why I want to do that for like the younger generation, and that's something that I enjoy doing. Just putting smiles on others' faces, uplifting everyone, even when I'm not even feeling well.
That's awesome, Calijah. All right, now I got to tease you for a minute because you're from Miami, where it's hot and humid. At least out in the desert, there's no humid. It's hot, but it ain't humid. I saw that smile when I said you remind me a lot about Max Crosby because I think you respect him as a defensive end. That'd be great to have two of you guys on the same line who play with a high motor on and off the field. What would it mean to Calijah Kancey at the NFL draft to hear your name called by the silver and black and say, come to the desert and be a Raider?
Man, that'll be an honor, man. I love to play for the Raiders, especially Nestor Crosby, man. He's a great defensive lineman. Play with a high motor. I watch his film as well, and he's a great player. But I'll love to come play for the Raiders.
That's awesome. Well, Calijah, listen, you went to the combine. Nobody thought you were going to do anything, not because you couldn't, just because of healing. And you're like, no, screw it. I'm doing all the drills. I'm running. You
Yeah.
killed it. You had one of the best combines. That shows your work ethic. You're also a guy out there in the community before anyone knew your name, doing all the little things. So it wasn't just because I want to get drafted. That tells me character. And the thing that I like most about you when I talk to everybody around you, though, is the way you handle yourself. That you don't have to be told twice. You're not a guy that gets babysat. There's no off the field issues. But I have to ask, would you not like playing in heat but not having the humidity?
Yes, sir. I love to play in heat and not humidity. It'll be like I'm back at home.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Listen, Calijah, thank you for taking some time with us to talk about you. In just a few short weeks, your entire family's life is going to be changed forever. And what I love, my dad years ago taught me, root for good people. You're good people. I love that you and I have so many mutual people in common that we know and they love you. So wherever you go, we wish you nothing but the best. But thank you for your time. And man, I think it would be great to hear your name called to be coming to the Raiders. So thanks for your time, Calijah.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, stay here. I want to talk to you for just a second. That's Calijah Kancey, the one, the only defensive tackle from Pittsburgh, sure to have his name called in the first round. A guy who plays a lot like Max Crosby. Boy, it'd be good to see them playing next to each other.